Good morning, Dean. Can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear.
Excellent. Excellent, excellent. Very excited to jump on. I saw the slot open. I said, you know what? Let me get on there and do a morning wake up call. Signed up for this one a couple days ago. Love getting on here and sharing, just a little stuff with the community. Get the day started right.
Well,
So,
good to have you, Justin. I'm going to mute out and the call is all yours.
excellent, excellent, Dean. Guys, welcome. For those of you who are here for the first time, I'd like to wish you a very warm welcome. You're on a great call, just one little piece of what we do in this My Lead System Pro community, the most unbelievable community of people. I mean, this is really a place to grow. If you're a home business owner, if you want to leverage the internet, you're in the right place. Now, first of all, guys, I just posted, I posted in the My Lead System Pro group. If you're a first-time caller, make sure you announce yourself. If you're new to the community, make sure you introduce yourself. You're going to meet some unbelievable people, and be sure to give out a shout out to Dean, and Mary, because they really do an unbelievable job. They do the intros on this call every single morning. Nothing but pure consistency from them, and they're a major part of what makes this community so special. Some of you may have been in and listened to these calls before. Some of you may know me. Some of you who are new may not. You know, I've had a very interesting weekend and an interesting beginning of the week here, and it's made me do a lot of reflecting. A lot of times I get on these calls, I talk about productivity, I talk about breakthroughs, I talk about, moving your business forward. And the reason I talk so passionately about this stuff is because I am such a regular guy when it comes to this stuff. These things have always been my struggle. Consistency, productivity. These were the challenges. These were the major hurdles that I had to start overcoming to move my business forward. And I always tell stories as to how and when I made these little breakthroughs to move things forward. And today I had a realization, and I just want to talk about it. Because that is kind of the best way for me to connect with you guys and help you understand that really the reason why people in our community, people in our industry are successful or are high achievers, big time producers, is because of how aware they are, okay, how aware they are of the human condition, how in control they are of their shortcomings, and we right the ship faster, and so I saw an opportunity the last couple of days to right the ship a little bit, and I kind of want to share that with you. I'll start by telling you, that I had an unbelievable weekend this weekend. And so much of it, we talk about Rob Ford jumping on that webinar last night and talking about SEO. And I owe so much to Rob, because he was one of the first guys I really saw out there on the web. He was one of the first guys I saw inside this community. And, I love the idea of search engine optimization and passive, lead flow and passive traffic and passive income and all that, the leverage that comes with it. And so I really followed Rob, and I'm so thankful. And it was so amazing last night, the value he brought to the community. It just reminds me again why what we have here at My Lead System Pro is so special. But I had learned some things from Rob, and I guess it was July I came into My Lead System Pro about 2.5 years ago now, 2 years and some months. And I went down on this golf trip in late September. I was a trip I really liked to go on. I didn't go on it for years because of work. And here I went on this golf trip, and I sat down with a friend of mine in the hotel room, and I opened up my computer and I showed him My Lead System Pro. And I said, this is where I'm going to learn everything I need to break free, to have the life I want, right? And, a year later, I'm on that golf trip, and things are starting to get moving. And one of the guys says to me, hey, why don't you come up this Monday, and we're going to stay an extra day. We're going to go watch the Giants game. We're going to play another round of golf. We're going to do all this stuff. And I said, I'd love to, but I got to get back to work. I can't. Next year, I promise. And this year, guys, I just got back this weekend from this golf trip, and I sat down there without a care in the world. I played golf. I spent time with my father and our friends. I smoked cigars. We sat by the beach. And, I reflected on that decision I had made 2 years ago. I reflected on opening that computer in the hotel room on this very trip and looking at my friend and saying, this is what I'm going to do. Okay, this is how I'm going to come on this golf trip and not worry about a thing. This is how I'm going to live the life I want to live. And, it was really surreal 2 years later to be sitting down there, not not have to worry about getting back to work. Okay, not have to worry about where my next dollar was going to come from. Know that I could just play golf, spend time with people I care about, and enjoy. And that was a major. It was an incredible moment, knowing that there was a pivotal moment at that trip where I said to somebody that was close to me, and this is huge, guys. Sometimes you got to go out on a limb and you got to take the people that are around you, even if they don't know what the heck you're doing, and say, I'm going to do this. This is what I'm doing. Mark my words. Mark this date. Mark it right now. Okay, and that's a major, major choice. And I moved forward with vision and I made it happen. And it was really an incredible weekend for that reason. Now, the reason I tell you that story is because I want you to make a similar decision. I want you to share with the people around you what you're doing. I want you to make yourself accountable and just go out there on a limb and scream from the rooftops that, hey, I'm going to make this happen. Okay. Now, the other reason I tell this story is because I came home, to a different kind of realization. I came home and I caught myself in some old habits. I remember I reflected and to realize this, I reflected on the way I approached things, from that time, from that day in that hotel room. I mean, it was just, this is what I'm doing. That's where I'm going. Everything I do is to get there, to that vision, where I don't have to worry about this, where I can come down here and spend an extra day, an extra 2 days, where I don't have to worry about a job. That was the vision. Okay. And every action I took was moving towards that vision. Now, I came home and, I'm in the process of packing up my condo here and moving. All right. I'm going to make a move and, I've got all the boxes out and I've got all this, I've got loads. It feels, I felt a little overwhelmed. We've all used that word, right? It was daunting. I mean, I looked around and I said, man, I got to get this stuff packed up. And anybody who's moved, that how difficult that can be, right? And now here we've got stuff going on in business. I've got responsibilities coming up, a lot of things that we have to do. When I say we, me and Adam Chandler and I do a lot of webinars together and we partner up on some things together. We've got a lot of stuff in the works, right? And I sat here and I didn't know which way to turn, what to do. I felt like I was packing my house up slowly and, I was doing only the things I had to do online to keep things moving. And, I just felt like I felt kind of stuck, like things were moving slow. And I realized something, okay? I stopped yesterday. And I stopped and I realized something. And, I'm coming off this wonderful weekend and I'm saying, man, you're coming off this unbelievable weekend. Okay, how is it that you come from something so surreal to something come back to being so human? Back to the human condition here. Feeling like, hey, what's the next move here? What's the next step? And I realized something. I realized that my actions, my everyday actions, that I wasn't connecting them with a bigger vision. Okay, now we all talk about having our why, right? I mean, everybody's got their why. Maybe it's to travel more. Maybe it's to spend more time with your family. Maybe it's to contribute more to the community. But you've got that why, okay? And we all talk about how important that why is. But I think that a lot of times we make this little mistake, right? We don't connect our daily actions each and every day to that why. And I thought about the 100-day Biz Builder Challenge that we did, and I thought about this points tracker and how profound it was for some people. And how it didn't create breakthroughs for others, and it dawned on me. It dawned on me that that tracker was daunting to some people. It was a series of daunting tasks. It was a piece of content every day. It was prospecting calls. It was tracking the daily activities and people who were just seeing the activities, the daunting task right in front of them. Well, that's all it was. It was a task. Okay, now for other people, that piece of paper, that tracker, represented that vision, that why. Now, I'm not saying that those that feel that there's a daunting task in front of them don't have a big why. I'm just saying that we're not always making the connection. And that's what I realized the other day. Here I am, I've got these boxes all over my house, I'm packing up my stuff, and it just feels like, man, how am I going to get it all done? And then I stopped. And I thought, I get to go down, and spend time with my wonderful girlfriend and her daughter. And, all of a sudden I stopped and I looked at a bigger vision, a nicer house, 2 cars in the driveway paid for by a company, right? Because of production. Okay, the freedom to walk every day wherever we want, enjoy the neighborhood. Okay, a big, wonderful vision like that. And guess how easy it became to pack those boxes, guys? Guess how easy it became to get down and do my work in front of the computer and then turn around and clean and pack. It became incredibly easy because it's not a daunting task anymore when you're moving towards something big. And, we talk about this, guys, and I know this sounds like something you've heard before, but we're all guilty of it. We all have this big why, this big vision. We all have the things that we want. But we take a look every day at the tasks in front of us like they're these daunting little tasks that we just have to get done, right? How many times have you stopped and said, oh, I really need to do a video today, or I really need to do a blog post, or I really need to do prospecting calls? Okay, but all we're saying is, I need to do calls, right? That's a task. We're saying I need to do a video. Why? Well, because, I follow Rob, and Rob says we got to create content, right? No. You need to do that video because you're moving towards that big vision. Okay, we've got to make that connection. Sometimes we lose that connection. Connect it today. Okay, if you've lost that connection, connect it today. Okay, what is it that you're working towards? Run hard. Run hard towards that vision. Stop looking at the daunting tasks that are right in front of us. Stop looking. I could turn around, guys, with my phone in my hand, and I'm looking at cardboard boxes, bubble wrap, tape, all kinds of stuff I didn't even know I owned, right? Where's it going to go? What am I going to do with it? Right? What do I throw away? What do I keep? What do I donate? Okay, now I could sit here and look at those boxes and be like, man, that's another box I have to pack. Okay, or I could stop and run hard. Run hard towards a vision, towards the life I want, towards a better tomorrow, guys, living in a better place with better people, with the people I care about. Okay, that's what you have to do. Okay, you're not making a video today because someone in MLSP told you if you make a video, you'll get a lead. Do you see how short-sighted that is? Okay, believe that if you make videos and you do and write articles and prospect and do whatever it is, whether you're focused on Facebook, it doesn't matter. Whatever it is that the person you're following is telling you to do to get results, don't do it just to get results. Okay, I hope that's making sense to you guys. Don't do a video just to do a video because you know you need leads. Okay, do 5 videos because you have a vision, okay, of what your life is going to look like if you run hard. Run hard towards that vision. Okay, make tough choices. Dive in. I looked back at that weekend. I remember sitting there, that choice, looking at my buddy with all the conviction in the world, saying, hey, this is what I'm doing. You see this? You see this system? You see this company I promote? You see these different things I'm doing? This is what I'm doing. This is why in the future I'm not going to have to worry about going to work. I can stay down here and play golf if I want. Okay? That was the vision. Okay? It wasn't the only part of the vision, but it was a piece of it. And that's what I was running towards. Guys, you need to run towards that vision. Stop getting caught up in the daunting tasks that sit right in front of you. Stop worrying about that one video, that one blog post, those 5 calls, whatever it is. Stop worrying about generating that 1 lead, those 2 leads, those 5 leads. Start running. Start running hard. Get into massive action and just start running towards the thing you want. Believe in it. Believe it's yours to have. Okay, and it's funny that packing boxes made me realize this. Okay, I can either sit here and I can look at every box and every piece of everything in this house that needs to get packed up and say, man, isn't this daunting? What do I do with this? What do I do with that? Or I can pack like I am on fire because I know where I'm going. Because I know what I'm looking forward to. Because I know where I'm moving, what I'm growing towards, what I'm building in my business, what I'm building my business for. Okay? That's the way you have to attack this business, guys. That's the way you have to attack everything. Attack it. Run hard towards the big vision. Okay? Don't commit yourself to listen. there's huge value in tracking and in daily tasks. And I've taught many a time that we have to break things down to very basic habits. Okay. But there's got to be a connection between creating those better habits, between managing those daily tasks and where it's taking you. Okay? It's got to be beyond today, beyond tomorrow. It's got to be beyond just doing a blog post to get some leads. It's got to go beyond just running an ad to get some leads. Okay? We've got to run hard towards the bigger vision. Now, I know there are a lot of people out there that are on the fence about Live the Dream. I know there's a lot of you going. I know there's a lot of you that are going that don't even know quite how you're getting there yet. Here's the deal, guys. Okay, if this industry is where you're going to carve out your better life, if this industry is where you're going to connect with that vision, where you're going to make that a reality, then understand going to events is absolutely necessary. Okay, it's undeniably necessary. Now, my question for you is: are you getting there slow? Or are you getting there fast? Are you running slow or are you running fast? You know, I caught myself running slow 2 days ago. I caught myself sitting around going, what am I doing? Oh man, what do I have to do next? Man, this is so much. Where do I turn next? That's running slow. Okay? That's running slow. Are you running slow or are you running fast? If you're running fast, you will get to live the dream. And I know there's some of you on here say, well, there's only so much time. I don't have the time, or I don't know how I'm going to get there, or I can't afford the plane ticket. If you run fast from now until then, towards the life you want, you will find a way to get there. I promise you that. Okay? Stop focusing on the limitations. Stop focusing on the daunting tasks in front of you. Okay? Now, that's not to say, okay, I don't want to be misunderstood. It's not to say not to focus on these tasks and to work out a daily plan. You need a daily action plan. The difference is, okay, that sometimes we let that daily action plan just be that. It doesn't go any further. It bogs us down. It's little tasks that we feel overwhelmed by. Those, just like the boxes, guys, just like what I'm doing in my house right now. It doesn't feel overwhelming today because I've connected packing with a vision. Okay, I've connected the things I have to do with a vision of where I want to be. Do you know how fast I'm going to pack this house up? Do you know how fast you can grow your business? Do you? I hope you understand the connection here. You have to run fast. Okay, get there fast. Run hard towards something huge. So if you are sitting there and you are on the fence right now about Live the Dream, okay, find a way. I'm telling you right now, I've got an accountability partner. We've set the date. From October 1st to October 30th, we are on an 31st. We are on an all-out blitz. Why? Because I know where I want my business to be when I get to Live the Dream. Okay, because Dean comes on, he says L4. And I say, come on, Justice. How long are you going to be L4? Get busy. It's time. Run hard. Okay, you want a better life. You want the life where you want that freedom. Now I have freedom. I have the freedom I drove towards. I want bigger freedom. What do you want? Guys, run hard. Okay, stop getting bogged down in the daunting task that's right in front of you and start running towards something huge. Get to Live the Dream. Go buy your ticket now. Don't know how to get there? That's okay. You're going to run hard for the next 35 days. Harder than you've ever run. Okay, and it's going to put you into massive momentum. You're going to get to that event and it's going to make it real. Your belief is going to skyrocket. You're going to come out on fire. Or you can run slow. You could say maybe next year. Right now I've got all this stuff to do. Right? Right now I've got all these boxes to pack. Guys, enough. Okay? Be aware. Be aware that you're doing that to yourself. Be aware that you can do twice as much. You can run so hard, so fast towards whatever you want. Okay? So that's what I challenge you to do today. I've taken you 23 minutes past the hour here. That's long enough. I'm going to go into the My Lead System Pro group, guys. I want to know who's going to run hard today. I want to know who's going to run hard from now through Live the Dream. I want to know who's going to make a decision today to buy their ticket to Live the Dream, even if they don't know how to get there. Even if they don't know how they're going to pay for the plane ticket. Because I've been there. Okay, but I made a choice. I was moving towards a vision. There was nothing stopping me. Make that choice today, guys. Run hard with us to live the dream. Okay, run hard for the next 35 days. Make the tough choices. Stop getting bogged down by the little stuff and start moving with passion towards a vision. I'll see you guys in the My Lead System Pro Group.